Let's
Shall I start? Let me start the second lecture. Role and responsibilities of teacher in the field of higher education. Now, a teacher has a very respectable place in the society. He is called Guru in Sanskrit. Gu means ajnana. Ru means one who removes the ignorance. He is called Guru. ಅಜ್ಞಾನವನ್ನ ಹೋಗಲಾಡಿಸುವವನೇ ಗುರು ಅಂತ. ಏನು ಗುರು ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕರೀತೇವೆ. ಇದು ಬಹಳ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಪದ. And he is also called as Acharya. Acharya again is a great name given to the teacher. A real guru gives anchor to our lives. He makes feel secure and protected. Teachers teach, but Guru gives anta. Teachers teach, but the Guru gives anta. A real Guru takes moral responsibility for the growth of his students, for the growth of his ward. Ward, student andre ward anta ಕರೀಬಹುದು. A teacher should teach the learners the importance of social values like morality, character building, patriotism, humanism, curiosity in learning and knowing. So not merely he confines himself to the teaching of syllabus, but also other values of life. The teacher should be inspired by a spirit of service, and he should be a person of character, according to Gandhiji. Gandhiji himself was a great educationist. He experimented with the truth. Nobody is there who is not aware of Gandhiji's name. Not modern Gandhis, but Mahatma Gandhiji. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. He was a man who practiced what he taught. No difference between promise and practice in the life of Mahatma Gandhiji. Gandhiji made a statement in Young India in 1929 as follows: knowledge without character is power for evil only. Knowledge without character is a power for evil only, without character. He has seen in the instance of so many talented, he used the word thieves and of gentlemen rascals, he said. So for him, knowledge should have the character. In other words, he emphasized that the teacher should impart value-based education. Values are very, very important. Today, we are ignoring them. It is very unfortunate. And he also said, teachers must have aptitude, ability for teaching and research. And he further said, books are more required for teachers than for the taught, than for the students. That is what I told you earlier, how the teachers can be considered as always the learners. Teaching is not a joke. Teaching is a challenging job. It's a respectable job. It carries with him moral responsibility, along with educational responsibility. In the 21st century, to fulfill the requirements of the quality education, The teacher should possess the following qualities, or the following qualities are required for the teachers according to several education needs. What are these special qualities to fulfill your role? Number one, the teacher should be socially responsible. Society always looks toward teachers. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇಷ್ಟ್ರು ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ, ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಅನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡಿ, ಬಟ್ ದ ವರ್ಡ್ ಟೀಚರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಗಾಟ್ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ. ಮೇಷ್ಟ್ರೇ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. 1950s ಒಂದು ಸಿನಿಮಾ ತೆಗೆದಿದ್ರು, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ಟೀಚರು ಸರಸ್ವತಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಹಾಡನ್ನು ಹಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವರು ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಕೋಟ್ ಹಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಆ ಹಾಡನ್ನು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಎಂಥವ್ರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಇನ್ಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ರವಿಚಂದ್ರನ್ ಒಂದು ಪುಸ್ತಕ, ಒಂದು ಸಿನಿಮಾ ತೆಗೆದ್ರು, ಹಳ್ಳಿ ಮೇಷ್ಟ್ರು ಅಂತ. ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ how the teachers can play a greater role in the transformation of the students ಅಂತ. So socially responsible teachers. ಈ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ನಲ್ಲೇ ಕೊಠಾರಿ ಕಮಿಷನ್ said the destiny of the country is shaped in the classroom ಅಂತ. Number two, teachers should have high values and ethics. ನಮಗೆ ಧರ್ಮ ನೀತಿ ಅದು ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯ. ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್, ಕಂಪ್ಯಾಷನ್, ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅದರ್ಸ್, teaching the moral values. Not merely you should teach about the subject, but also about the values of life. Life is great. Life is precious, isn't it? Happiness is in your hand ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Life is a celebration ಅಂತ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಫಿಲಾಸಫಿ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ. Life is a celebration. After so many avatars, we are born as human beings. And among all the professions, teaching profession is the noblest profession. ಜ್ಞಾನದಾನ, ಅನ್ನದಾನ, ವಿದ್ಯಾದಾನ ಬಹಳ ಶ್ರೇಷ್ಠವಾದದ್ದು. ಅನ್ನದಾನ ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ಎರಡನೇದು ವಿದ್ಯಾದಾನ, ಬಹಳ ಶ್ರೇಷ್ಠವಾದದ್ದು. ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲದವನಿಗೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಜ್ಞಾನವನ್ನು ಕಲಿಸ್ತೇವೆ ನಾವು, ಮಾತಾಡೋದನ್ನು ಕಲಿಸ್ತೇವೆ ನಾವು ಅವನಿಗೆ. We teach him how to speak, how to write. That is the greatness of the teacher. I know the value of a teacher when I was a student in the primary school, when I was a student in the high school. Our personalities are being shaped at the primary level and at the secondary level, not at the degree level. Because at the degree level, we are little bit matured, physically and mentally. Therefore, teachers are the embodiment of high values and ethics. Teachers should manage the identity crisis, whether in the schools or in the colleges or in the universities. Don't create the problems or crises, but how to solve the problems. You should become the troubleshooters. You should become the crisis managers. It may be an educational crisis, financial crisis, cultural crisis, or any other types of crisis. But in India, there are troublemakers. Even in the schools and colleges, there are some individuals who always indulge in creating problems. To solve them, you must be ready. You must develop how to, identify them and how to manage them. A teacher should be accountable and professional. Professionalism is very, very important. Not the doctorate. One may get PhD or DLit. One may go off to foreign countries and come back. But you should show professionalism, commitment. You know the meaning of professionalism. For an actor, Rajkumar, for example, he was the greatest actor. Even today, among all the Kannada actors, he is being considered as, Meru Natha anta karitare Kannadadalli. Rajkumar was not highly educated, but the role he played was classical. He gave a life to the character. He gave a life to the character. That is how he has been conferred with the Karnataka Ratna. ಬೇರೆಯವರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ he was unique in his own way. Professionalism. ನೀವು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೂಮ್ ಹೋದ ತಕ್ಷಣ you must think that you are the master. You are the teacher. You are the sovereign. You must have a command over the subject. You must have the command over the language. You must have a command over the communication. You must combine wisdom with humor. One of my professors was telling, a good teacher should use 80 to 90% wisdom, 10 to 20% humor. You cannot become monotonous in the classroom. No, it is said, a bad teacher complains. A poor teacher reads in the classroom. An average teacher lectures. But an excellent teacher inspires. Look at the difference among the four categories. A bad teacher always complains. Oh, this is not good, that is not good. Teachers are bad, students are not. He is bad. Students are not bad. And an average teacher reads in the classroom. We go to the classroom, takes the old notes. Now I learned one history professor was telling that some history teacher was dictating a notes. One student was not taking the notes. And this fellow got annoyed. Why you are not taking my notes? And that student said, "Sir, my father, I have got your notes because my father was your student. I got the notes, same notes he was dictating. Same notes. No question of updation. The notes he gave 20 years ago to his father, he is dictating the same notes. That should not happen. Professionalism, reading. The teachers should buy the books, read the newspapers. Political science teachers, for them, newspapers are the daily Bibles. For political science students, for teachers, newspapers, periodical, India Today, Frontline, so many magazines, Kannada newspapers, English newspapers. A political science teacher should not go to the class without reading the newspapers. And even science teachers, there is one page devoted for science and technology. For education, there is one page. There are articles. Every Monday in Hindu paper, there is a column on education. What are the qualities and different aspects of education? Therefore, professionalism, reading books, buying books, loving books, going to the library. Friends I have seen in America, because I have visited America several times. When I went there for the first time in 1982, as a Fulbright scholar, Fulbright fellowship was an American fellowship, American federal government fellowship. I got it. When I went there, I saw American scholars going to library 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, doing research work. That is how Americans are getting Nobel Prize for economics, for physics, for chemistry, along with others. Why we are not getting? In our universities, many people go to the library after 5 o'clock. In America, all the 24 hours libraries are opened. They are kept opened. All the 24 hours. Shift system. Even during the cold period, during November, December, January, they go to the libraries. That is how they are committed. That is how they are working very hard. Why? What is wrong with us? Indians are very intelligent. Our students are very creative, very innovative, but they lack motivation. They lack opportunity. This is the problem. Therefore, professionalism must be exhibited by the teachers. You must love your profession. Yes. Now today, you are all very lucky people. You are all getting very good salary. You must be grateful to Professor, Dr. Manmohan Singh. He was a professor of economics, product of Oxford University, former vice chairman of the UGC. He was very liberal in revising the pay scales. And today, a university professor is getting more than 2 lakhs, 2.5 lakhs. I am also happy. I am getting more pension than what I was getting as a salary during my service. I am very happy. I am very grateful. Therefore, I have got social obligation. I don't want to spend my life with idle, because an idle mind is a devil's workshop. Therefore, you as teachers, like judges, must go to the library, read books, subscribe the books, buy books, classical works, read them, go to the classroom, because nowadays students come with updated knowledge. They will go to the internet, see the latest knowledge. But if you go to the school classroom with old knowledge, they may laugh at you. They may not talk to you before. They may not talk before you, but backside, they may talk. That is how professionalism is very important. And this orientation program is being conducted to promote professionalism. Refresher courses are conducted to promote professionalism among the teachers. And even the new NEP of 2020 is also envisaging training program continuously, periodically for the teachers, particularly for the newly appointed teachers. Because MA degree is not enough, PhD is not enough. Knowledge is wide exposure we need. Francis Bacon, some of you are teaching English, you cannot forget him. He made a statement in the 17th century. Reading makes a full man, conference a ready man, writing an exact man. Note down the statement. Reading makes a full man. You must be an voracious reader. You must spend your time 2 to 3 hours every day to read new books, classical work. Conference a ready man. Now you are attending the course, made a ready man. You listen to so many resource persons. Some of them may not be good. Some of them may be good. Some of them may be very good. You may think that you are better than them, but still you can assess yourself where you stand. Are you better than him? Are you weaker than him? If you are weaker than him, how to improve oneself? There is a scope for improvement. Therefore, conference a ready man, writing an exact man. Today, people have stopped writing because they look into the internet. They look into the mobile phone. They go to the internet. They will xerox the copies. No, you must develop the writing habit. One can evaluate the characteristics of a person by looking at his handwriting. By looking at his handwriting. Handwriting is a reflection of individual personality. You must encourage the students to write articles, to write books, to develop the writing ability. That is why professionalism is very important. And when it's developed, you will become accountable. What you teach, you are accountable. You are accountable for your research findings. You are accountable for your research finding, particularly in the medical field, even in the physics field. Now today we have gone to Chandrayana. So we have become successful in Chandrayana. Scientists in ISRO, they did very tremendous work, great work. They are responsible for any happenings. And even in social science, if you predict something, oh, India's economy will be failure in another 10 years. That is your hypothesis. That is your finding or conclusion. But it may happen reversely. Again, you are responsible. Why it has happened? What you said, on what basis? Why it has collapsed, on what basis? Again, you have to explain. That is how, the teacher should be accountable for his teaching, for the completion of the syllabus, for the examination work. Even in the examination, many teachers, they don't read the answers of the students. But now the pattern has been changed. Now you have got multiple choice question, short essay type question, long essay type question. Earlier, short, long essay type questions were very, very important to evaluate the student's ability to write, how he has written the answer, how he has concluded. So you have to read every sentence of this before you evaluate, before granting the marks. But many teachers they were not doing it. That was not accountable. And that's why a teacher should be known for accountability and also professionalism. A teacher should have the global vision, that is very, very important, wider exposure. You must attend seminars, go to other countries. Now today, friends, you have got more opportunities. International conferences, go to Singapore, go to Malaysia, you may go to Nepal, go to America. American doors are opened. There are so many types of scholarship, Fulbright fellowship. What do you mean by Fulbright fellowship? It is called Fulbright fellowship because one senator by name Fulbright initiated this process, advised the government of America in 1946, before our independence, to initiate academic exchange program between India and America. Since he sponsored it, it is called as a Fulbright fellowship. It is being given to the candidates not only for doctoral work, but also for postdoctoral work, but also for research work. It is being given for 1 month, 3 months, 1 year, 2 years, and 3 years. Now it has been expanded. You can go to the website. In India, we have got UCF, United States Educational Foundation in India. Regional branch is there in Madras, in Chennai, regional branch for South Indians. Go to the website. They will make arrangements. Submit a project. Interview will be conducted. If your project is relevant, updated, then you will be selected. Entire expenditure will be made by the American government. That is why it is called fellowship, Fulbright fellowship, Ford Foundation fellowship. British Broadcasting Fellowship. So there's so many fellowships are available. Through the internet, you can find Tamilian professors are very intelligent in this respect. Even for people from Kerala, I have got good friends in from Trivandrum University. Oh, they have developed such contacts, even in political science, with many colleges in America. They go there for 3 months, 4 months, come back, and they get money. They improve their knowledge. The academic exchange program. Exposure is needed. That is why you must have global. Don't confine yourself to one place, either to Mysore or to Mandya or to Kerala or to Kasaragod, this and that. No. Today, because of globalization, so many facilities are available. When you are young, when you are in service, when you have no family commitments, too much family commitments, try to become a mobile person, attend the seminars, both in your country, both in your city, develop the wider knowledge, develop the wider vision, then only you will become a greater teacher, effective teacher, popular teacher, renowned teacher, and also a renowned professor. And another thing is, a teacher should be talented. That is very important. Don't become sterile, don't become confined to one place, lazy. No, you must be very dynamic. Man is a wonderful animal. When you are engaged, you are young in age. Please remember. The more you work, the more you are healthy. The more you are idle, the more you are stupid, then you will become unhealthy. What kind of people get the sugar? Those who are not working physically, those who are not thinking mentally. If you are very dynamic, if you are very active, if you are very mobile, nothing will happen to you. Every happiness is in your hand. Health is in your hand. Please remember, happiness is in your hand. Health is in your hand. A teacher should have an independent mind. He must have respectability. In those days, teachers means they were highly respected. When in Mysore, we had a great poet called Kuvempu, K.V. Puttappa. He was the vice chancellor. Do you know that? He did not want to become vice chancellor. But K. Hanumantayya, when he was the chief minister, he requested him to become vice chancellor. And whenever he visited the Vidhana Saudha in Bangalore, chief minister came from third floor to ground floor to receive Kuvempu. That was the respect that the chief minister was giving to the poet laureate K.V. Puttappa. But today what is happening? Our vice chancellor are going to meet the clerks in the secretariat, stand before them, and they say, sir, please do this work. We have not received the grant. They are unable to meet the education minister. Education minister is an ordinary fellow. Just because he is elected, he is an ordinary fellow. He do not know anything about higher education. But he says, I am the minister. An IAS officer today overrides the decision of the vice chancellor. You remember? A KAS officer override the decision of the vice chancellor. VCs have become the clerks because they have lost integrity. They have got the ability. That is why you must have that personality. You must be a very talented man. When you are very talented, you can do wonders. I have seen in many universities how one teacher, get a lot of in Bharatidasan University. I met one teacher long ago. Do you know that for a small project, he got 1 crore from BBC. 1 crore of rupees. He was a professor of education. He got 1 crore, went to England frequently, settled down, brought money, did the research work, submitted the report. That is why I always say, some of the professors in Tamil Nadu universities are very active, and also in Kerala also, and in Delhi to some extent. But in some other places in Karnataka, except Indian Institute of Science in Bangalore, other people, they are not very active. They are not very dynamic, with some exceptions, here and there. You must be a very talented person, and you must have an open mind. You must have an open mind. You cannot say that I know everything. A teacher is always a learner. I learn from you. You learn from me, isn't it? You learn from your friends. That is why you must organize seminars. You must organize a colloquium. You must organize a symposium. You must organize a workshop. You must organize a workshop. You must organize general seminars frequently. Now, what is GST today? What is its impact in scientific relation? What is NEP? What are the benefits? Forget the political color. NEP was not framed by Modi. NEP was framed by Kasturi Rangan and other experts in the field of higher education after a long consultation and process of discussion. It is not one man decision. Then you must remember that, and that is why you must have a very talented person, you must have an open mind, and again you must have a communication skill. A good teacher is one who is very competent in communication. If you are very poor in communication, you cannot become a popular teacher. Your voice, your body language, how you communicate, how you conclude, how you motivate the students, that is very important. Communication is an asset, whether it is a local language or an English language or Hindi language. You cannot avoid English. English has become a global language. It has become a business language. No language has any religion. Language is a medium of communication. If you learn as many languages as possible, you can become an all India figure. From South India, many political leaders don't want to go to national politics because they are very poor in communication. They are very poor sometimes in English and very poor in Hindi. Except some people from Tamil Nadu and Kerala, from Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh, many of them don't go to Delhi at all. They prefer state politics to national politics. How Modi has become successful? Because of his communication in Hindi. He is a very good communicator in Hindi language. He may be a Gujarati, but he speaks very good Hindi language. He mesmerizes the people. He has a very good body language. No, whenever he speaks, he doesn't look into the script. You have seen it. He will not look into the script. Very rarely he looks into the script. That is how he has become a very successful leader. Therefore, friends, you as the teacher, Kannada Mate Bandavada anta. Unless you are a good speaker, unless you are an effective speaker, unless you are a very good communicator, the style, the accent, the words you use, you cannot become a very popular teacher. You have to learn from others. It is possible. Nothing is impossible. Don't develop inferiority complex. Think that you are very important. Self-esteem is very important for the teachers. Self-esteem is very important. Learning by committing mistakes. We commit mistakes. Everybody commit mistakes. To err is human. But don't commit mistakes deliberately. Don't hate any language, please. Don't hate any language. If you don't like it, leave it. But if you learn English language, it is possible. You can go to foreign country, you can speak. That means you must have first place to your regional language. Second place to Hindi, because it is the most important language in India. So it is so-called national language. 40% of the people are speaking Hindi. Third place, English. We have adopted 3-language formula. English may not be in the Constitution of India. It is not recognized. But still, we have recognized it as second lingua franca of India. Second official language of India. Therefore, friends, if these qualities are developed, your role will be very, very great. That is why we remember Dr. Radhakrishnan. Radhakrishnan was a great communicator. Radhakrishnan was a great teacher. I learned because we were not born. He was a professor of philosophy in Maharaja's College, Mysore, from 1918 to 1920. When he was, teaching philosophy in the Maharaja's College, I believe the big hall with a capacity of 200 was jam-packed. That is what some people are telling even today. We had not seen. We were not born at that time. When he went from Mysore to, Andhra Pradesh to 1920, students carried him, with a cart. That was the greatest night. And he occupied all the important positions, and he became the first Vice President of India for 10 years. Then he became the President of India for 5 years. He was earlier ambassador of the Soviet Union. He was the chairman of the UNESCO. You remember? He was a multifaceted personality. His books are classical. He was a great transformer. That is why his birthday, September 5th every year, is being recognized or observed as a Teacher's Day. Now we all ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. 5th October is observed as World Teachers Day. 5th September is observed as Indian Teachers Day. Teachers Day in India. Now there is one word, teachers. This one word, teacher, has 7 letters. Each letter conveys the wider meaning regarding the role of the teachers. not only in the field of higher education, but also in the field of primary education or any level of higher education. Now, how it can be explained? Number one, T. T stands for transformation. According to me, a teacher is a transformer, not a transmitter of ideas. He is a transformer of students' personality. He must promote a transformation of student physically and mentally. He is the architect of students' life. This requires 4 characters among the teachers to fulfill this role. One is, he must have an attitude. You must have a very good attitude, because everything begins in the mind. Mind is sovereign. If you think that you are a good man, you are a good man. If you think that you are average, you are an average man. You are the architect of your life. Therefore, attitude must be very sound. Number two, you must have an aptitude. Aptitude means interest for teaching. Teaching is not meant for everybody. Please remember, teaching, a man who fails in teaching can become a successful politician. In politics, you can do any kind of activity. But here it is not possible. People look at you. You must have a very aptitude for teaching. Yes, you like it. Not because of salary alone. You place, friends, remember, when we were students, the salary of the professor in the University of Mysore was 1,000. I am talking about 1950s, 70s. 1,800 rupees was basic. When I joined as a lecturer in 1971, my salary was only 500 rupees. Today, 500 rupees is nothing. When I came to Manasa Gangotri as a lecturer in 1973 from government college, my salary was 660. 660, remember? This was in 1973. But today, the university professor is getting 2.5 lakhs. Where is the difference? Salary is not important. Your aptitude. I loved teaching. I liked teaching. I enjoyed teaching. And when you go to the classroom, you should enjoy the teaching. Forget your family worries. Forget social worries. Think that you are making the new generations. You are creating the new generations. Whatever subject you teach, you must inspire the students. That is called aptitude. Number 3, affability. You must be affable to the student. You must be friendly to the students. One British writer said, a good teacher is one who respects his pupils. Who respects, that is very important. They may come from different background, particularly at the degree level and at the PG level. You must respect them. Hi, how are you? Have a nice time. I have seen in America, whenever you meet somebody, they will say, hi, have a nice time. Good morning. May I help you? But in India, we don't want to see the face of others. We don't want to talk to others. Somehow or the other, we are reserved people. We are not very sociable. Let us develop sociability. Affability is very important. He may be an average student. He may be sometimes a troublemaking student. But transform him. Change him. Change his mind. Change his mind from an average student to a good student by advising him, motivating him, helping him. Don't brainwash him, but ask him to recognize, to identify his inner potentialities. Everybody doesn't stand on the same line. Therefore, affability is very important. Number 4, ability. Ability to teach, ability to make notes. Now, on the same, for example, today you may be speaking, let us say, on GST. You are a professor of economics. Just evaluate. The way in which you are teaching today will be different on the same subject tomorrow. Audience will be different. Please remember, audience. A teacher should have an audience sense. What kind of students you are teaching? First semester students, second semester students, third semester students, final semester students. Your attitude should be different. Average students, advanced learning students. Advanced learners we call. Your approach should be different. You must identify them, teach them, rural students and urban students. Now, when the rural students come to our class, if you speak, adopt the British style of English, Oxford style or Cambridge style, the students may not be able to understand your English language. You may use bombastic words, big words, because you have written from England. They will not understand. Go to them, go to their level. Use the simple language, English language. There are simple words, there are difficult words. Make them to understand. They will also learn. Come to their level. That is called ability. Understanding the audience sense of the students. Teaching the rural student, teaching the urban students, teaching the American students. Tomorrow, foreign universities may establish their campuses here. You may be appointed as visiting professor. How you teach them? Your style will be different. Try to learn. Acting. See? Artistic role. A teacher is not only an artist, a teacher is a minister. A teacher is an actor. A teacher should have a very good body language. Don't sit in the classroom. That is very important. If it is a big classroom, don't sit. I have seen some teacher, they come and sit on the chair and just, they will read the notes in the classroom. No, that should not happen. That student should never listen to such teachers. If it's a special class of 3 students, 10, it's okay. But not for the big class, not for the general class. Therefore, a teacher, in order to become a transformer, I give example, Joseph Stalin. When India became independent, we followed non-alignment policy, independent foreign policy. Soviet Union, under the leadership of Joseph Stalin, did not want to make a good friendship with India. It had some sort of, the indifferent towards India, thinking that India was still the stooge of America and England under the leadership of Nehru. It avoided. But Nehru wanted to have a good friendship with Soviet Union because Soviet Union was our neighbor. Today it is called Russia. It is our neighbor. He appointed his sister, Vijayalakshmi Pandit, as our first ambassador to the Soviet Union, former Soviet Union. When she went there, Joseph Stalin did not give her interview. She was never allowed to speak to him. Then what Nehru did, he withdrew her, appointed Radhakrishnan as our ambassador. Joseph Stalin had heard the reputation of Dr. Radhakrishnan. Radhakrishnan, as soon as he went there as our ambassador, sought an appointment with Joseph Stalin. And it was granted. Both of them met for 10 to 15 minutes. Do you know that? Within that short span of meeting, the entire personality of Joseph Stalin was transformed by Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan. And Joseph Stalin stood up, hugged Radhakrishnan and said, "Sir, you have transformed me from an inhuman being to a human being." Stalin was a dictator, communist dictator. Whoever opposed communism was purged, or he was killed or assassinated. He was a ruthless ruler at that time. He changed him. He changed his mind. That was the transformation. That was the transformation. That is how you can do the same thing to your student in the classroom. He may be a bad fellow, but changing morally, educationally, and even personally. Therefore, character, scholarship, leadership, body language, integrity. Your integrity is very important. I don't want to explain this. Today we are all getting very good salary. No need for corruption. No need to get money from anybody, either in the examination or in any other means. Your dress is also very important. In the universities, in the colleges, not necessarily one should wear a suit, boot and all that. Neat dress. Don't go to the classroom with Hawaii chapel. Don't go to the classroom without shave. Because your look is also very important. Your personality is also very important. It will have an impact. That's every character. Even in the cinema, every character has got a good dress, isn't it? Depending upon the nature of the character, they give the dress and they act accordingly. Same thing here also. That is why I said a teacher is an actor. Your impression is very important. Your body language is important. Your dress is very important. All these play a very crucial role in transforming the student lives in society. Therefore, T, as I said earlier, stands for transformation. You are the transformers, particularly today under the new education policy. If it is implemented in your state, your role will be more. You remember, the new education policy is emphasizing the following what you call the characters, to the students, that the teacher should be energetic, motivated, talented, rigorous, scholar. All these words are being used in the new education policy of 2020. That you should, I am not denying that, you are doing that. But suppose if you are very indifferent to your dress or to your updation of the knowledge, or if you think that this is not important, I am not important. No, not like that. Every teacher is an important. Every person is an important. You are a unique personality. Recognize your uniqueness. Please remember. Recognize your. When Nehru was the Prime Minister, he used to go to Parliament with a close collar coat, with rose on his coat, close collar. Nehru was well-dressed man. Nehru was a well-dressed man. Indira Gandhi was well-dressed woman. And even Narendra Modi, he is a well-dressed man. Now, as a Prime Minister, one should do that. In America, the president is a well-dressed man. Putin, who is the Russian president, is a well-dressed, because he will show that he is the president of a nation. He is the prime minister of a nation. You are the teacher. When we were students in Manas Gangotri, in Mysore University, all the professors, used to come to their department with a full suit. With full. Nowadays, suits have become very rare. That is a different matter. But at least full shirt with a tie. How judges go to the courts, with a black coat and tie? Why? It is the uniform. It signifies your dignity, your professionalism. That is why, friends, all these are very important. And therefore, a teacher is called as, a great transformer. According to Mahatma Gandhi, yes, Radhakrishnan life is the greatest message to the mankind, particularly to the teachers and the students. You have seen Radhakrishnan photo? Turban, full collar coat, and dress. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar's photo. I have not seen his photo without tie, without suit. Even in those days, Ambedkar never felt that he was inferior to anybody. He was a great scholar. He studied in the London School of Economics and Political Science, Columbia University. That is why he was able to make his great contribution in the making of the Indian Constitution. He was selected as the chairman of the drafting committee because of his scholarship and leadership. People will recognize you. People will recognize you. Kasturi Rangan, great scholar. Sam Pitroda, another technologist. Dr. Manmohan Singh, great economist. Scholarship, is very, very important. Not ordinary political leader. Therefore, we are not politicians. We are not laymen. We are the learned people. Learning people, not learned. Everybody is a learner. Everybody is learning every day. Life is a new experience. This is one. Then E, second one. T-E-E. E stands that a teacher is an educator. How you should educate? According to Henry Simon, organization of teaching material systematically is very important to become an educator. Your teaching material. Say, before I came to your class, I spent 2 hours yesterday night to organize my material. Earlier I had taught. And from wherever news come, latest information, I collect it. I jot down. I pin it to the notes, old notes. You have to update your notes. Systematic organization of your notes is very important. Whatever subject you teach, don't go to the classroom casually without preparation. For 1 hour of teaching, it may be a new old subject. At least you spend half an hour. Have a nice look, have a glance. Try to remember. Then you go there. That is how, according to Simon, a British writer, an organization of teaching material is very important systematically. Secondly, excellent communication skill. I don't want to repeat it. Friendly treatment of learners. That is very important. Respecting the people. Friendly treat with a smiling face. Don't have grim face in the classroom. A good smile will make you a great person. When you smile, your BP will come down and you look handsome. and you look beautiful. Smiling. One need not pay the money to smile. But don't smile unnecessarily. People may think that we are mad. But otherwise, depending upon the situation, in the classroom, smiling face makes the people, makes the students very impressive. Then you must have what you call audience sense. That is very important. Whether the girl students are there, whether it's a co-education classroom or separate classroom, whether they are the rural students or urban students, where you are teaching, audience sense. Now I should have an audience sense. You are not students, you are professors. You have come from different colleges and universities. You got experience, 5 year, 10 year, this and that. Therefore, I must be responsible. I must respect you. I must invite comments from you. I should not impose my views on you. Because 99 people may something, one individual may differ, but one individual cannot be suppressed by 99 people. That is the academic freedom. Academic freedom must be valued. Discussion should be encouraged in the classroom. If a student asks the irritating question, you should not become angry. If you do not know the answer, try to know the answer tomorrow in a different way. That is the talent of a teacher. That is the talent of a great teacher. Then you must consider teaching is not only an art, teaching is also a science. Teaching is both an art and a science. You can acquire by experience. Sometimes there are some persons who are very good teachers by birth. They are very good teachers by birth. I don't know. If you listen to them, you don't want to absent yourself to their classes. I had one teacher in my department, Professor K.H. Chelvaraju. He had his MA from Columbia University, America, Syracuse University. He was the Vice Chancellor of Gulbarga University. I got a lot of inspiration from him. He was a very good teacher. He used to come to the class with a suit, and he was always with a smiling face. And he always encouraged every student in the classroom. He never used any abusive language in the classroom. C.D. Narasimhaya was a professor of English. I was a student of English literature also. When I attended his class, he was always very encouraging to the rural students. That is how I remember those teachers. And even today, many people remember me. I don't want to glorify myself, that's a different matter. But teaching, see, when you go to the classroom, you must forget yourself, think that money is not important, your professionalism is important, your audience is important, you are creating the future generations. And therefore, as an educator, you must encourage 4Ds. 4D principle. Number one, discussion in the classroom. Allow the student to discuss, whether it is GST or economic meltdown or Indian foreign policy of non-alignment or any other thing, or Chandrayaan 3 if it is a science subject, or going to the moon, or today's politics, or coalition politics in Kerala, or DMK government role in difference between the governor and the chief minister in Kerala or in West Bengal. Allow them to discuss for it. Number 3, discovery. Discover the things. Research means a discovery. Discover new ideas. Come out with new ideas. Then development. How to develop the ideas. How to develop the new concept. How to develop the new theories. New theories and how scientists are developing. Economic meltdown. Globalization. Economy. Fifth economy. Fourth economy. What do you mean by economy? Unemployment. Hiring. Firing. Now in America they call it as appointment, hiring, dismissal, firing. They use that word different way. What is the difference between recruitment, appointment? What is the aptitude test? Civil aptitude test, main examination. How do you define? Non-alignment in political science. What is the meaning of non-alignment? Like that. Then dissemination. Dissemination means spreading the knowledge. Spreading the knowledge is a very, very, important. In that sense, educator is a very important role to play. Then C. Then A. Third letter is A. A teacher is an advisor. How you become an advisor? Academically, you can advise. Regarding co-curricular matters, you can advise. Regarding extracurricular matters, you can advise. Regarding the socially responsible activities, you can advise. You can advise it to students. Suppose some student is not good in mathematics. You can discover his potentiality. He may be good in history. He may be good in economics. Now, so sometimes among the students there is a confusion. For social sciences will not bring employment. No, it is wrong. You can advise them. Social sciences are also very important. If it is a communication based degrees, they can take competitive examination. They can pass the competitive examination at the national level, at the state level. They can have their own, what you call industries. They can have their own self-employment. They can manage the hotels. They can create so many industries. They can start startups. New governments has given incentives, financial incentives to start new, enterprises, entrepreneurial skills we call. Therefore, you can advise them. Now, when I was a student, I was very poor in mathematics. I was hesitant to take social sciences, but my teacher advised me, don't bother about that. When you are weak in economic mathematics, give it up. Go to social science. I took up the social science and I succeeded. I got the job immediately after my result announced in 1971 MA examination. I never waited for a single day. Therefore, in all fields, if you are very excellent, you are very outstanding student, definitely jobs are there. Government jobs alone are not important today. One can become self-employer, not employee. One can give jobs to others. If you are very good, if, for example, if you are very good in legal studies, you can become a great lawyer. Do you know the remuneration for the lawyers? Advocates. The advocates, who argued for the Kaveri water dispute, I think Karnataka government has spent on them crores of rupees. Not 1 or 2 crores, 100 crores of rupees, more than 100 crores of rupees. But the dispute has not been solved. But for one hearing, they charge 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs. Many lawyers, they have no time to sit and to eat. That is how they are very busy. Therefore, science alone is not important. All subjects are important. That you have to advise students regarding the. If he's a good person with social orientation, ask him to become a politician. How political leaders today? Today, politics has become a rich ground to make money and to serve the society. Politics means public service, but today it has become public making money. But one should have a patience. One should have courage. And therefore, you can advise the students. Number C. Then fourth letter is C. A teacher is a creator. A teacher should be a creator. And how we should create the things? Students are the future generations. When they are the future generations, you must think about the nation and its development. And therefore, Sir John Adams said, a teacher is the creator of human beings. A teacher is the creator of human beings. H.G. Wells, a great historian, said, a teacher is the creator of history. You create the history. You cannot forget your great teachers. You cannot forget Dr. Radhakrishnan. You cannot forget Einstein. You cannot forget even Ambedkar. Ambedkar was a teacher. He taught law, I think, in Bombay University for some time, in a Bombay college for some time. I was returned from England. Many great teachers cannot be forgotten. I cannot forget my good teachers. You cannot forget your teachers. And your students will not forget you if you impress them. If you think that you are a great teacher in his opinion. In the opinion of Zakir Hussain, a teacher is the architect of student's life. In that sense, he is the creator, an architect of the student life. Therefore, I repeat again, the destiny of the classroom, nation is shaped in the classroom. What are a commission report? Don't forget this statement. You are the creator of the future generation. A teacher is the maker of an age. And Gandhiji said, by education I mean an all-round drawing out of the best in child, man, body, mind, and the spirit. Drawing out the best in the body, in the mind, and in the spirit. Then only you can become an effective teacher. Your role will be crucial and the central. Then a teacher, as a creator, must create, curiosity in the minds of the learners. How to create this curiosity? In order to create this curiosity, one American scholar has identified 8 core qualities which he calls competencies. Today we are using the word competency. That is singular. Competencies, plural. And these 8 core competencies identified by him are the following. Number 1 is creativity. You should think afresh. New ideas. How this mobile phone was invented? I said 20-25 years ago, mobile phone was nothing, was very rare. But today, mobile has become a small instrument in the hands of everybody. New ideas. Now today people are talking about artificial intelligence. We do not know what will happen to human beings or manpower if artificial intelligence, will dominate the whole world. What will happen? What will happen to the human life? We don't know. Discussions are taking place about the merits, dangers of the artificial intelligence at the international level. Creativity, new ideas, talking to discovery of phone, invention of the phone, invention of the smartphone. Now 5G is coming, new ideas are coming. Now everything you can browse in your hands. The whole world is in your hand with this small screen. You can book your ticket in the train online. I am lecturing you online. You can book your air ticket online. Even bank online transaction, online booking, online banking, and you can get your catering, through online, Zomato. New things are coming. Creativity. Man is genius. Man is wonderful animal. We do not know what will happen in another 20 years. Today, nobody is there without technology. According to one estimate, 80% of the Indians are accessible to technology. 80% of the Indians. A man without computer application knowledge is uneducated. Whatever degrees he may have. Computer knowledge, computer application is a must. Then he must have curiosity. Curiosity means something to know. Yes, I want to know. I want to learn. You must always think. That is called curiosity. It is a passion. You must have a passion for learning. You must have a passion for design. You must have a passion for new ideas. This is called curiosity. No, we have got one cook, film actor, C.K. Chandra. Every day, he conducts the program called Bombat Bhojana in Kannada series channel from 12 to 1. Do you know? Every day, he prepares a new food. Curiosity. He is not a formal cook. He has no training. But on the basis of his experience, every day he cooks a new food and shows to the people, audience. And the whole audience has become very happy. And there is one Ayurvedic doctor, lady doctor. And she prescribes medicinal plant medicines to every disease. And many people who have practiced it, who have used it, they say, no, they are happy with that. That means it is a curiosity, experimentation. This is the second one. You must create curiosity among the students. Number 3, criticism. Encourage criticism. Criticism is not abuse. Critical ideas. You may not agree with me on issue. I may not agree with you. But it should not affect our personal friendship. On ideas. Now I may say 3 plus 1 is 4. You may say no, 2 plus 2 is 4. See, the conclusion is the same. But the numbers are different. Our opinions are different. Now I may say in India, democracy is not suitable. Because corrupt people are ruling us. Now you may say, no, you are wrong. Democracy provides opportunity to everybody. It is giving voice to the voiceless. It is giving power to the powerless. Among all the democracies in the world, I think Indian democracy has become a marvel in the world, you may say. I may not accept that argument. But your argument, I have to respect. This is what we call criticism. Somebody may criticize, Narendra Modi. Somebody may appreciate Narendra Modi. For Congress people, Narendra Modi is an enemy. Now, the image of Narendra Modi has been enhanced at the global level. Some people say he has become a Vishwaguru. Some people say he has become Vishwaguru. According to survey conducted by India Today, 68% of the Indian respondents have appreciated his foreign policy. He has balanced India's relations with America, with Russia, and to some extent with China. Now, Chinese communist rulers, are really unpredictable fellows. They cannot be trusted, but he is managing them very well. Now, this is the beauty. And therefore, some people may say he is good. Some people may say he is average. That is what we call criticism. If you don't have criticism, that leads to dogmatism. Dogmatism is accepting everything and every aspect without a single opinion or expressing. That is not there. Therefore, dogmatism is opposite to criticism. Then one should have communication, another skill, which I mentioned earlier. Then collaboration. You must collaborate with others. Students must collaborate. Industrial visit, companies visit. Now, students sometimes, they go on tour, professional tour, general tour, all India darshan. IAS people, after their examination, after they are placed, they will send on all India tour. They must have Bharata darshan. What is Kerala? Because a Meghalaya man will be appointed as secretary to Karnataka. You should know what is Karnataka tradition, to some extent Kannada language, English language and other things. Because his culture is entirely different. Meghalaya culture is different. India is a land of different cultures, diverse cultures. But we are all Indians. Therefore, whenever you go to Kerala, their culture is different. If you go to Tamil Nadu, their culture is different. Even within Karnataka, if you go to Hyderabad, this Gulbarga, their culture is different. If you go to Mangalore, their culture is different. Even within the state. But we have to understand, we have to accommodate. And therefore, collaboration, you must encourage in the teaching learning process, a teacher. Then compassion. Compassion means sympathy. Sympathy, empathy are very important. Student, a great scholar, an educated man must be a civilized man. An educated man must be a civilized man. He must be a cultured man because he is a learned man. He must be known for politeness. He must be known for helping others' attitude. Yes, whenever they are in trouble, advice. That should not be, he should not become very arrogant. He should not become indifferent. He should not become inhuman being. Compassion is very important. He should be imbibed through education and by the teachers. Then composure. Composure means equanimity, scientific attitude, scientific temperament. Psychologists say emotion is the enemy of reason. When man becomes emotional, he also becomes irrational. He doesn't think logically. He doesn't think reasonably. Because he outputs. We have seen some people in the Lok Sabha or in the Rajashekara how they speak, how they cry. That should not be there. You must have a man of composure, calmness. There was one example. One opposition leader in the British Parliament was so angry about the reply given by the Prime Minister of England long ago. She went and slapped on the face of the Prime Minister. It happened. But the Prime Minister did not slap her. He just smeared his cheek and said, "Yes, madam, we will look into it." A man who is in power must be a man of composure. Students may come to you, agitation is there. Sir, this happened, that happened, injustices are taken place. Some people have got more marks, some people have got less marks. What is this you are doing? You are doing partiality. You as the chairman of the department or as the vice chancellor of the department must have composure. Yes, listen to them, receive the complaints, talk to them, give them answers. If you are emotional, you say, "I will explain, I will dismiss you, I will send you home, I will give police complaint," then the whole atmosphere will be destroyed. Therefore, a teacher, as a creator, must have this kind of composure. Then finally, you must, what we call the citizenship. How to create a good citizen, a good teacher. He may be a good scholar, but he may not be a good citizen. Whatever may be our background in India, we are all Indians. India is my motherland. Machiavelli was a great thinker in Italy in the 14th century, said, I love my country more than my soul. I love my country more than my soul. The country gives me everything. It gives me education. It gives me job. It gives me pension, isn't it? It protects me from external aggression, internal disturbance. It provides me health facilities, education facilities. It is my duty to protect, respect my motherland. Whatever your origin, don't forget your religion, caste, your culture, they are all personal. They belong to a particular community or a particular individual. But as a nation, we are all Indians. Citizenship, secularism. In India, that is why we have adopted secularism as the basic principle. We have no state religion. All religions are equally respected. They have to be respected. They have to be recognized. And then only, you will be able to understand how the teacher can become a great creator in the society. Therefore, the word, C indicates that. Then the word H. A teacher is a harmonizer. Harmony is very important. You have to create social harmony. India is a land of diversity. You must create unity in diversity. Nehru always emphasized this. We have adopted democracy. Today, if you see the country newspaper and television, political parties are encouraging religious groups, caste groups. Oh, in Karnataka, caste organizations are taking place. But in spite of all these, we love each other. We respect each other. Caste groups are acting as pressure groups to redress their grievances, to fulfill their demand. Let them do it. But outside, we are all Indians. Within the classroom, it is a diverse classroom. Students have come from different classes, sometimes from foreign universities. There may be minority students, but we have to respect them, maintain the unity, treat everybody equally. Treat everybody equally. Respect him equally. That is what you call harmonization. And you should act as harmonizer. Don't create differences among the students. There are some people, I know that. I have experienced that. That should not happen. You must nip it in the bud. Otherwise, academic atmosphere will be destroyed. If some troublemaker is there, academic atmosphere will be destroyed. Therefore, friends, you as the teachers in the classroom, or you may become principal of a college, or you may become vice chancellor of the university, we don't know. Your duty is to act as a great harmonizer. Then there is another one called sixth letter, elucidator. E, a teacher is an elucidator. Elucidation means clarification, specification. There are some jargons, there are some theories, there are some concepts, there are some difficult terms. They have to be explained. They have to be elucidated by you in the classroom or outside the classroom. Now, for example, in political science, after Modi came to power, they are using the word look east policy. What do you mean by that? Look east within the foreign policy. As a teacher in the political science, or somebody, sir, I don't know what is this look east policy. Kindly explain me. It is your duty to explain. And sometimes they may say, sir, what is the difference between non-alignment and neutrality? Both are not the same. Please remember, both are not the same. You have to explain. Sir, what is economic meltdown? Again, you have to explain them. What is the economic slowdown? What is Chandrayaan 3? No, depending upon the subjects, new theories come. Economic determinism, Marxism. What is the difference between Marxism and socialism? Again, what is the difference between Marxism and Maoism or Leninism? What is economic determinism? These concepts are to be elucidated properly. That requires your wide reading and understanding. That is why a teacher is also an elucidator. And finally, friends, R. R stands for research. A teacher is a researcher, particularly in the realm of higher education. Here, research means don't think that only PG people will do the research. According to me, research activities must be carried out by all the teachers from graduation to PG level. Even the teachers who teach at the graduate level must also do the research work. Research is very important for the development of the nation, for the development of an institution. Minor projects are there, major projects are there. No, science people, you remember, they submit the project worth of 1 crore, 2 crore to the Department of Science and Technology, or to the UGC, or to the foreign funding agencies. Sometimes if they are lucky, they get the money. They will appoint some research scholars on ad hoc basis. They will collect the data. They will collect data. They will write a draft. These people will finalize them. These people will fine tune them. And the publication will be published in their name, along with the research scholars. When you get 1 crore, 2, 3 crores or 3 crores or huge amount of money, you will buy the equipments, your department will be developed. You will buy the almiras or computers, your department will be developed. Personally, you will also develop. Institution will grow. If you don't do the research work, you don't get the money. Research work is one of the ways to mobilize the financial resources. To mobilize the financial resources. Particularly if you approach the foreign companies, foreign funding agencies, you get crores in dollars and in euros. You get in dollars and euros. And many of them such scholars, ultimately they become vice chancellors. Because they have got money, they publish, they get name, and their biodata will become strong, and search committee will naturally prefer them. Whereas the people from social sciences, they don't do the research work. They are not doing the research work. For example, in Karnataka, let us say MNRG, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Scheme. Economists, how many of them are doing research work on this? What are the strengths and weaknesses of this MNRG? Freebies in Karnataka. Shakti Yojana, women traveling freely in the bus in Karnataka. What is the impact of Karnataka's economy? You have to do the research work. You have to do the research work. Giving 2,000 rupees every month to the eldest woman in the family. What will be the impact on the Karnataka economy? What will happen? That is what one Nobel laureate recently, an Indian born Nobel laureate, I think Banerjee, he made a statement. Every economist must evaluate the activities or the outcome of schemes or the projects. Economic scheme, because the American principle is nobody should get free without hard work. Nobody should get free without hard work. You must do the hard work. Why do you allow rich women to travel freely? For poor women, it is okay. Poorest, it is okay. For poorest women, you help. Nobody will come in the way. But for the rich woman, why do you allow them to travel freely? Because it is the tendency among the people. I can travel. Why should I pay? It is a grace loss to the government. They should think twice. And you as academics must do this, find out the research, find out your findings. Findings should be submitted to the government. That is how research work plays a very important role, and it must have what we call social relevance. It must have social relevance. And we have got this what you call intellectual property rights. There is an intellectual property organization. And even here we can register and you can get fund from the foreign countries. Therefore, all these clearly indicate that the teacher's role is very, very important. And as a result, you must also undertake research work. If some of you have not taken any research job or research work, better you take the initiative, submit your project. UGC is encouraging even the small or the minor research projects, and it is very liberal in giving money or in giving funds. Money is available, but you should know how to get the money. When you are undertaking the research work, you will travel widely, you will attend seminars, or you will organize seminars locally in your colleges. there will be interaction, there will be collaboration, and that will lead to development of the institution, and your development, your professional development, and financial improvement will be there. Therefore, the teachers in the higher education system must play a very important role, and particularly under the new education policy of 2020, the teacher should become energetic, the teacher should become motivated, and the teacher is called Vishwaguru. The teacher is called as Vishwaguru according to it. And it wants to see that India will become a Vishwaguru in the field of higher education, in the quality higher education. No doubt, in ancient India, there were great scholars. India was a land of ancient wisdom. Samaveda, Arthaveda, Vedas are there. Nalanda Vishwavidyanilayya. It was a great university. Now we have revived it. There is no doubt at all. But still, in course of time, we lost that reputation, and now we are emerging as a very important nation. Indians are second to none in the world. We are very innovative people. We are very creative people. But only thing is, we lack incentive. We lack opportunity sometimes, and that can be overcome by the UGC. And today, National Research Foundation has been established. National Research Foundation has been established with a minimum amount of 50,000 crores to enhance the quality research work. And therefore, under the new education policy, there are some universities which are called as intensive research universities. So those universities can give top priority to research work. And there are some universities which are called intensive teaching universities. They give more importance to teaching. But there are some institutions which are called as degree awarding institution. They will award only degrees. And depending upon that, the new education policy can be implemented, and your role will be very great. And for that, the new policy has envisaged short-term training program, long-term training program, and periodic training program for your professional development, for the updation of the knowledge, and for the upgradation of the knowledge. And therefore, a teacher, when he becomes a professor, doesn't mean that he stops reading or writing. Actually, after he becomes professor, his responsibility will become more and more. The quality of the country, the quality of the nation will clearly depend upon the teachers. In that sense, teachers are the makers of the age, and they are the developers of the country. With this, I would stop here. If there are questions for 5 minutes, welcome. Any comment? Any questions? You are welcome.
Hello, sir. Sir, most of the people is talking Indians are smart, Indians are more intelligent fellows, Indians are become a top corporate companies CEOs ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ, knowledgeable persons ಅಂತಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಸೈಮಲ್ಟೇನಿಯಸ್ಲಿ. ಬಟ್ ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಪೀಪಲ್ಸ್ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜಬಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಷನಲ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.